How are we doing, guys? Moose here, Season 3, Episode 8 of our West Ham United career mode as we get back into it in the Barclays Premier League, just as the real-life Barclays Premier League kicked off this past weekend. I'll tell you what, a rough weekend for myself, obviously. My two teams, obviously, as you have guessed, the team I always run in FIFA career mode is West Ham. That is my favorite team. That's my pride and joy, forever blown bubbles. West Ham United is my team. That's my favorite football, soccer, whatever you want to call it, team anywhere across the world. West Ham United. As long story short, obviously, if you don't know how they became my favorite team, I actually am a big Harry Potter reader. A little bit of trivia for you, obviously. I'm a big Harry Potter reader, and they actually mention West Ham United in the first book, which I read, when I'm 9 years old. And so obviously I looked up the team, found out about the history, and became a West Ham United fan. But I also, and obviously they lost on a really tough last-minute goal to Tottenham Hotspur rivals. Really disappointing, unhappy with the way the manager kind of handled the game. I thought we played well, though. Just couldn't take our chances. And then some tough substitutions, tactical stuff that really led to our demise. Versus my other favorite team is Manchester United. They're kind of my... I think of them as kind of my 1B team almost because of the fact that the first soccer game I ever played when I was a young kid was David Beckham Soccer on the PlayStation 1 back in, I don't even know when it came out, 2001. I mean, that's when the PlayStation 1 was out. Even before that, maybe. That's kind of where I even learned soccer. So from that, David Beckham was my favorite soccer player. He's probably my favorite soccer player of all time, arguably, just because I've followed him for so long. He's really my first soccer player I looked, followed. And obviously, he played for Manchester United, so that's kind of where I got into Manchester United. And obviously, them being such a good team and doing so well made me a big follower of theirs. So those are my two teams. Obviously, West Ham United, my number one, but Manchester United also holds a close place in my heart. So obviously when the two play each other, it's tough for me to pick a side, but I have to kind of lean with West Ham United. But like I said, couple of tough losses for both of them. Obviously United lost to Swansea at home, so not a great start to the Louis van Gaal tenure, but that said, hopefully they can pick it up next weekend, both teams. As we come into our game here, a couple of goals here. Andy Carroll finally stepping his game up and getting on the score sheet, the big man, with a nice head goal to open things up, and he also had the second as well. Watford trying to get back into it, but we really held court in this entire game. And some beautiful player. Maresca, our young Spaniard that we brought in from our youth academy, who's actually, I'll tell you what, he is unbelievable. Fantastic player. Finally, the ball plays to Jesse Rodriguez on some nice build-up play, and he puts it away for his first goal in the West Ham United career mode. His first goal in a West Ham United shirt in the 72nd minute. He can play at striker, so I actually put him at striker alongside Lacazette to see if we could get him that first goal, because he's had some chances from range when he plays in that left midfield position, but we usually leave the chances to our strikers for the most part, so he hasn't had that chance to put one away. He finally does here to make it 3-0 West Ham United with a beautiful goal. Adrian then with a nice save there to keep things 3-0. DeAndre Yedlin, who's come on as a substitute. Ball, beautiful blade forward to Alexander Lacazette from Jesse Rodriguez. Good save by the keeper. It's forced out for a corner where Maresca, obviously our young youth player, who's just, I'll tell you what, he deserves to play in the Premier League. He's gotten some Premier League game time, and he has been fantastic. Plays the corner in, and the final whistle blows. So 3-0 victory. 2 goals from the big man, Andy Carroll. And a goal from Jesse Rodriguez. So, obviously, Watford gave us a tough game in the Capital One Cup. Not nearly so tough here in the Premier League. Obviously, 57% possession, 5 shots on target, 3 of them in the back of the net, 13 total. So, that's what we like to see. And your man of the match was Kieran Trippier. So, really good performance. Obviously, playing at home definitely helped us out. When we were in the Capital One Cup against Watford, they were at home. So, obviously, that home crowd is something they could feel. But take a look at this. The players that we're going to have leaving for international duty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 guys. Obviously, 2 of them I picked myself, Bender and Sidney Sam for Germany. But other than that, look at all the players. A couple of Americans. I think Carroll's going out for England, Grenier for France. So some fantastic players going out for us. And it's really good to see all our players breaking into their national side. But from there, we head to Southampton away, as we currently sit 1 point off the top of the table in the Barclays Premier League. And we're playing against a Southampton side that's pretty tough. I'll say they still have some of the guys that they lost in real life, obviously, when we moved to FIFA 15. A lot of their big-name players are going to be moving on to Liverpool. But they're still here in this career mode, which makes Southampton a tough team to play. They have Lallana, Lovren, they have Mayuka up front, who's a great player. And Jesse Rodriguez, this is what I'm talking about. Long range even, he is a fantastic player. That is a great shot and a wonderful save from the Southampton keeper. Then a ball play into Winston Reid, and it just goes off the crossbar. He can't find the back of the net, so disappointing there. But Southampton then coming back the other way. Lallana with the ball as we fail to clear. Beautiful back heel to Wanyama. Outside to James Rodriguez, who's a very nice player. Good little step over there. Plays the ball into Mayuka. And this is really what I seem to think about our defense. We don't give up a ton of chances, but when we do, we seem to give up chances dead in the center of our goal, where their player is, 8-10 yards out and has such an easy chance of scoring that really puts our goalkeeper in such a horrible position. As you'll see there, they cross the ball in. Mayuka, it's so hard to play one-on-one defensively there because you're trying to man up on the ball and just staying on him is so tough. As Lacazette smashes one off the post, but it just leads to tough chances and easy finishes. As Southampton get forward again, Nathaniel Klein tackled well by Fabian Schär, but it falls back to Klein. Mayuka saved by Adrian, and it's another one where we just kind of bundle it in front. Adrian does well to make the first save, but then our defender falls over Adrian, and Mayuka is cleared to smash in an empty net from a yard away. It's going to be an easy finish. And we're 2-0 down to Southampton. Certainly not what we wanted, as we could have tried to go somewhere near the top of the table. And as it stands, we're looking poor. But Andy Carroll, great chance there. He's played through by Rodriguez, who's having a really nice game. But a good save from the Southampton keeper, does well to come out. Wanyama then with Southampton here in the second half, attacking our goal right to left into Mayuka. And that's what we're talking about. He just dances around a defender. It's so hard to defend, especially quick players with good dribbling. Mayuka smashed it off the post, and luckily their cross goes for nothing. So we escape, still down just 2-0. Lacazette then plays a beautiful little 1-2 with Clement Grenier. Whips the ball and looking for Sidney Sam. It's cleared away, but only as far as Joshua Gatt, who then plays the ball up the right wing to Kieran Trippier. He turns around at Jay Rodriguez. Oh, beautiful little play by Trippier. Fights off Lacazette, heads it back into the danger area, and Andy Carroll gets us on the score sheet here with his third goal of the episode. And it's just his sixth in all competitions. So obviously he's a little bit down on his form from last year, but he's finally picking up. He's got 3 goals in this episode, and that's a huge goal to get us back in the game. Carroll then with a nice tackle in the 80th minute, plays the ball forward to Sidney Sam. Plenty of space, lays into Ravel Morrison. Back to Michael Bradley. Oh, he hit the crossbar. A huge chance for Bradley that he smashed on the volley, but he just smashed it off the crossbar. So we try to get back into it. We're still playing hard. Carroll here in the 90th minute. There's 5 minutes of added time, and Carroll mashes one just inches wide of the post. Take a look at this replay. Deadly close to the equalizer. It just curls away at the vital moment, and we can't score. So from the ensuing goal kick, Veldshuizen, the new Southampton goalkeeper, obviously someone I've actually never heard of, but he plays the ball out. We find the ball to Joshua Gatt. He controls it really well off his chest. So much pace to get around Dan Lovren. Has a chance, and a huge save from the Southampton keeper, Veldshuizen. What a save. Gatt with so much pace gets in, just tries to smash it in the top corner, and that is an unbelievable reaction save. I'll tell you what. Fantastic save. Morrison then looking to cross it in, try and create some havoc. We have the goalkeeper up, but easy hands for Veldshuizen to hang on to that ball, and the referee blows the full-time whistle. So a huge defeat for us here on the strength of 2 Mayuka goals. We fall to Southampton. So clearly road games have not fared well for us, as we obviously lost to Liverpool 2-0 away, and now Southampton 2-1 away. And look at that. We dominated them 14 shots, but only 2 on target. That's really the issue that we're looking at here, is just not taking our chances. Last game, obviously 13 shots, only 5 on target. Even worse now, 14 and 2. So that's something we need to correct. Obviously, we need to get shots on target and test the goalkeeper, force rebounds, anything to try and create some havoc and score goals. But we have a couple international friendlies here with Germany, a simple 3-0 victory over Turkey, and then we face Australia, who put in a good performance at the World Cup this past, obviously in real life this past year. But there's certainly going to be no match for our team. Fantastic, and a 3-1 victory for us. Not surprising at all. But then we get a note from Sidney Sampson. Thanks for having a run in the team. Obviously, he was complaining about playing time an episode or 2 ago, and obviously he's been getting a run in the team, but we need him to step his game up. He's not scoring a ton of goals. He's doing well out on the wing, creating some havoc, but he's not scoring goals, which is what he's really deadly. It's kind of why we have him on that right wing, cut in on his left foot and score some goals. But we're not doing bad here. Manchester United back atop the table. They've obviously won Season 1 and Season 2 here in our career mode. But we're currently sitting in third, just a point off of Man City, 3 points off of Manchester United, joint third with, I think, a whole bunch of teams. As you see, Newcastle United, who are coming out against, have Rui Patricio in goal now. And we've sort of mixed the team up. I decided to go with Danny Ings and Lacazette up front because even though Carroll has 3 goals, he hasn't really impressed me, to be honest. He scored 3 goals in this episode, but he hasn't played great. And the introduction of Danny Ings clearly pays dividends as he plays the ball. He gets a through ball played to him by Grenier, plays the ball into Lacazette, and it's a simple header past Rui Patricio in the 7th minute. So early on, a great finish there. Ings with a nice ball in, and Lacazette with a great head finish. Puts the other way on the keeper. Nothing he could do there. Lacazette then in the 10th minute. Beautiful bit of skill to get around Debussy. He's got so much space. He's got Ings come forward. That's the nice thing about having Ings. He has so much pace, and it's a huge block by Davide Santon. Unbelievable to keep us out there. And Newcastle here play the ball over, looking for Campbell. Oh, and the youngster can't get the ball in the back of the net. They actually have Burak Yilmaz, the former Galatasaray man, who scored, I think, 17 or 18 goals. He was the joint third scorer with Lacazette. I think it was 16 goals last Premier League season, just behind Carroll and Wayne Rooney, who were top of the charts. So that's a huge loss for him. I think he tore his MCL, which is leaving him out of the lineup for maybe 2 months. But we get a chance here off a throw-in, trying to create a chance. Bradley plays the ball in. He's getting a start in front of Sven Bender because I think Bradley's played really well lately. Danny Ings taken out, or Lacazette, taken out in front. They give a penalty, and Grenier slots it away in the 37th minute. So 2-0 already to West Ham United. So definitely a huge turnaround from our previous game. But this is the way Newcastle really plays. They played pretty much Sam Allardyce football, to be honest. I don't know if they've brought him in, but they're pretty much playing Sam Allardyce football. They were trying to play long balls over the top, but instead of playing it to a target man, they were playing long balls over that to Campbell, who's really pacey. He was so quick getting around my defenders. Luke Shaw with some nice skill. He eventually takes on his weaker right foot. Shots blocked into the hands of Patricio. But they're just playing long balls into Campbell, you'll see here. That's pretty much all they were doing. And this is an absolute nightmare of a call on Luke Shaw. Take a look at it again. He's literally going for the header. It maybe barely brushes his fingertips as it touches the head of Campbell as well and is cleared away. And they give a penalty to Newcastle. Absolute BS, to be honest. Walter steps up. Adrian goes the right way. It hits him in the stomach, for crying out loud, and goes in the back of net. So Newcastle gets a lifeline on the strength of an absolute garbage call here at Upton Park from this referee. I'll tell you what. He's going to hear some strong words in the post-game press conference. But Grenier, with a fantastic tackle straight away, plays it to Lacazette. And look at that for a finish. Just cool, composed, little bit of finesse there as he puts it in the bottom right-hand corner off the post and in. And it's back to a 3-1, 2-goal advantage for West Ham. And that could be the dagger we knew as Newcastle start to pile on the pressure after they got that first goal, playing those balls over the top. But Lacazette takes the pass from Grenier, and look at that for a finish over the diving defender. Leaves the keeper straight. And here's another play out to Campbell, and Adrian makes an absolute mess of this. I don't know if it takes a touch off of Campbell or off Rodriguez, but it just hops over the top of Adrian and into the back of the net. I think it touches Jesse Rodriguez, and Campbell is just given a free goal. So Adrian's really got to work on just kind of calming down and not giving up messes like that if he wants to hold his place in net. But that was all the action we had in this game, and it led to a 3-2 victory for us. Obviously, Newcastle actually provided some stiff opposition. We had 57% possession again, but they actually had 7 shots on target. We had 5 this game, so they did play really well. Adrian wins man of the match. I thought that was a bit odd, but James Tompkins with a 9.5 as well. As we take a look at the table to finish out the episode, we're currently sitting in third. So be sure to leave a comment on how we're doing thus far this season. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe to be on the lookout for future videos. And we'll see you then, guys. Bye-bye.